What's up, y'all? This is MGTV Reactions. How y'all doing tonight? And today we're going to be talking about Olivia. Okay, you guys? So listen, first things first, I'm going to ask you to please hit the thumbs up button when you come in. And also comment your thoughts down in the chat because you know I want to hear what y'all got to say, all right? And also, please hit the subscribe button too if you have not done so already. Okay, you guys, so listen. Tonight, I'm just going to talk to you guys about the recent things that Olivia has posted. All right. I'm just a little bit confused. I've been off of YouTube for about a week now. Okay. And I just, I was bonding with my children. We're going out, enjoying each other's time. They had football games and things like that. So I have not been able to get on here and talk to you guys much this past week or whatever. But I did pop on today and I seen that Olivia posted more stuff between her and Jerrod. And I'm just really confused. And I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about that. So first things first, I'm wondering if she posted these things because, people are still skeptical about whether or not they had an affair. But I'm just a little confused. So I'm going to pull up this first photo. Here we go. It's a screenshot from her post earlier. And so Olivia posted a screenshot of her and Jerrod on FaceTime. So I'm like, okay, okay, Olivia. She also posted, let me take this away. Let me take it off. All right, and put up the next one. So she also posted this photo where she's laying down with Jerrod. Okay, she got her tongue sticking out. Okay, and I'm just a little bit confused about what's happening here. What is the point? Everything has already been exposed. Okay, that's how I feel about it. Everything has already been exposed. She's already came on here and told everybody all of the things that they have done. She's came on here and allowed the people to hear her moaning and Jerrod talking in the background. All right, we've already seen all of that and heard all of that, unfortunately for us. So I was seeing also on Instagram that Jerrod's was posting photos of what's her name, Ryan. Okay, one of their youngest daughter's birthday just passed, and so Jerrod took the kids out. Okay, it seemed like they had a lovely time. They went to like a water park or whatever the case may be, and I noticed that Jerrod had pictures of him with the kids and the kids, all posted up together, but there was no photos with Antonisha in them. And, I thought that was kind of weird. Like, why is he all of a sudden not posting Nisha when the last photos before that, for Easter, Nisha was in the photos and not even Jerrod. So now he's not posting Nisha. I wonder if Nisha does not want to be in the photos because she's now embarrassed about what's going on. I don't know, you guys. We're going to talk about it. But before I do that, let me get in here and say hey to everybody. Hey, Teresa. Hey, Alice. Alexa said my show is on. Yes. Yes, please, everybody, hit the thumbs up for me. So I'm going to start reading y'all messages in the chat. Marquetta says she seen Jerrod living his life and Nisha was still there and she crashed out again. Yeah, so listen, at first I was looking like, okay, why is he not posting any photos with Nisha? I'm quite sure she's there. But then, later on in the weekend, they went to somebody's all-white birthday party, I believe. And, it was a video. I think it was on his story or something. And Nisha was in that video. I don't understand why Liv would be crashing out about that because we all can see that Nisha is not leaving. Okay? She's not. It doesn't matter what happened, how it happened. None of that. She's not leaving. Okay, she's a very strong lady because this is a lot. Alexa says, so the new positive personality in Florida is old news already. Exactly. And we already knew that it was just a matter of time before Olivia started to revert back to her behavior from the past. Well, now it's back in the present. Okay, you guys. So Olivia, nothing has changed. She's back on her bullshit. And hold on. She's back on her BS, okay? And I'm not really understanding what the reason behind it is. She posted on her community tab. Well, I guess I'll just pull that up here. She posted on her community tab, someone please tell my ex-husband to stop calling my phone. Like, what the fuck? What's the point in that? I'm just a little confused. The people can't stop Jerrod from calling her. And to be honest, why, if she wants to post all of this, why are we not seeing the screenshot of constant no caller ID calls in your call log if he's really calling you? I mean, I'm not getting it. Let me go ahead and read the rest. So Teresa says, a lot of people still don't believe it's true. I think they hate that girl so much, even with proof, they still don't believe her. I mean, listen, Teresa, I agree. I know there's still people out there who are just hanging on and feel like this did not happen, but it did happen. And it is what it is. I mean, we ain't got shit to do with that. It's not our life. So I really don't understand why people are fighting so hard to believe that a man did not behave like most men do and cheat. Okay? Alice says, I mean, that could have been old pictures. I mean, her face is not nearly as fat in this photo as how fat it used to be before she lost all that weight. So it can't be that old. Also, let me pull this one back up because she intentionally left the top part visible from her screenshot where it says that the photo was taken in Arlington, Texas. Okay. What is that? March 21st at 11 a.m. Okay. So I'm not understanding. Mona Lisa says she needs a coin. That could be the case. Hey, Everyday Life with Taboo. You said, I think Nisha told him not to take a photo of her. You noticed in the story he whispered the camera not on you. Oh, okay. I did not notice that. So, yeah, maybe Nisha just doesn't want the attention on her because everybody knows now that man has been playing in her face, okay? And playing in his ex-wife's ass, unfortunately. I mean, it's just crazy. I just feel like I can't wrap my head around the fact that Olivia is still talking about this. I understand that she's been talking about Jerrod for years, but that was all pertaining to like the children. Okay. Now I could understand that a little bit more. Like she's forever bitter about the children. But what is this constantly posting about this affair that they had? What is that proving? What is that doing? I mean, it's already out there. The information's already there. The people know, now know that they had an affair. All right. We've seen what we saw. We heard what we heard. And what else is this doing? It's just going back to the same behavior that she said that she wasn't proud of. So now she's proud to do this again? Like, which one is it? Are you moving forward or are you still in the past? It looks like she's still stuck in the past. Let me read y'all other stuff. Teresa says, I'm not on Instagram, so I don't see none of this, but that is a good point. Mm-hmm. Hey, Cancer66. Rose says, does Liv think Jerrod's going to go to Florida for a quickie? I mean, what is if he is? Listen, let me take this off. Is he? I'm not understanding what would be the purpose of him calling her. That's what I'm confused about. She's not getting the kids. Okay, she's no longer in Texas, so he can't come over and have a quickie with her. What is he calling for? Is he trying to convince her to come back? I mean, is he allowing the children? I mean, I don't think he's allowing the children to call her from his phone. That's probably not it. But I just don't understand it. And I feel like if he is calling her, girl, post a screenshot of that too while you're at it so that people can see that you're getting calls continuously from no caller ID. Like, what is the purpose in this? CC Life says, this is something that a teenager would do, taking pictures, sticking out her tongue. I'll tell you that 8th grade education has her mind messed up. I agree with you. Very, very much so immature. It's sad. Everyday Life says she won't stop until she stresses Nisha out. She wants Nisha to have a breakdown over this man. I mean, to be honest, I think that Nisha in the back of her mind might be very happy about the fact that Olivia is now in Florida because she knows at least that if he's out there cheating, he's not cheating with Liv right now. Okay. Black and Bougie says she wants Nisha to say enough is enough. I'm leaving you. All right. Well, listen, if Nisha is, I understand that that's what she may want, but it's just clear that Nisha is not going anywhere. I mean, the worst of the worst has already come out. All right. It doesn't get any, I mean, her playing a sex tape live to hear the noises. Like, I just, if Nisha got on here, if she does watch in the bushes or whatever, and she heard that would be extremely disturbing to me. All of this, my spirit would be extremely disturbed. And the fact that Nisha has not went anywhere yet, that just lets me know that she's not ever leaving. Okay. She wants to remain a married woman. She's going to fight for her marriage. That's what she's going to do. Now, will I do the shit? Absolutely not. Because I can't, I'm not stable enough emotionally to deal with this kind of taunting from another bitch. I'll be honest with you. I probably would be ready to put hands on her. All right. It's just a little bit too much for me to bear. But Nisha is, she's hanging on. Hey, Walk by Faith. Cora says it didn't happen. You can tell by the lies she's telling now. I don't believe her at all. Okay, Cora. Teresa said, I do think she's dragging stuff, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean it's not true. She is definitely dragging it. And it's for, I guess, content purposes. Because to be honest, we already know and we have seen that Olivia doesn't have anything else going on that is interesting to the people. All right. She has nothing else going on besides the gym. And what else? She claims she's about to go to school. But outside of that, Olivia's not making any other moves. She really doesn't have much to talk about. I mean, I've seen her do some vlogs and things like that. And what is she doing in those vlogs? Going to the gym and just talking. Olivia has nothing else going on outside of Jerrod, unfortunately. So it seems like she's always going to revert back to having the same conversation or just dragging out drama between the two because she has nothing else going on. That's her content. Her ex-husband. Hey, Eye for an Eye. CC Life says she's not doing nothing but making herself look like a fool. And she is. Because here's my thing. If Olivia's goal, her main goal, she said, was to prove the people wrong. All right. She wanted the people to know that Jerrod would, in fact, double back and have an affair with her. He would cheat on Nisha. That's what she wanted to prove to people. Okay. She showed the people that, okay? She boasted about it. She did her big one, if that's what she came to do. She let the people know that they had an affair. She exposed Jerrod. Okay. After that, she got on here, all right, and had a conversation with a whole bunch of people on a panel, all right? The words and the things that the people were saying to her brought her to tears. And Olivia became embarrassed about how she presented herself on the internet, right? And now, she moved to Florida. She abandoned the kids, okay? And she's doing all of what she's doing, going to the gym. She claims she's better on herself. How does him calling you from blocked numbers make you revert to going back to being proud of being your ex-husband's side bitch? I'm confused about that. Alicia from Pittsburgh, Alice from Pittsburgh says, I'm sorry, I cannot let my ex touch me. I'd peel my own skin off because I would feel gross. I mean, especially after they took the kids, okay, and they over there having family photos and all types of shit with the kids, and she slept with him, right, and got none of the things that she wanted. So Olivia continues to boast about the fact that she slept with the man and got $160 out the deal. That alone is embarrassing enough. Then when we add in the fact that you're still on child support, still backed up on child support, okay? No extra time with the kids. In fact, right now, there's no time with the kids. You can't even talk to the kids on the phone. You have to do the shit through the app. This is all very much so embarrassing, and it's not cute. And, okay, she could have got away with it the first time, when she came on here and initially told everybody about the affair and everything like that. That was cool. She should have posted all this shit then. That's what I'm saying. Why are we still posting it months later? You're posting screenshots from March when you exposed the man back in what? When was that? What was that? The end of April, May? I'm not understanding. Why are we still posting about it now? Because he's calling you from block numbers? It makes no sense. Oh, let me scroll down so I can catch up with the conversation in the chat. Black and Bougie said, "You cheat on me, I ain't fighting for shit but alimony." Right. Um, Marquetta says, "But see, if Nisha leaves then and lives mine, Jerrod will do what he always done in the past and follow her to Florida with the kids and live Wednesday." So you think that Nisha's sticking around just so that Olivia won't have the satisfaction of being able to ruin her marriage? That's I think that might have something to do with it too. I do, I do. But at the same time, Nisha doesn't. I just wouldn't be able to stay in that situation and take care of those kids that are not mine, and then be put through a whole bunch of bullshit. Because if he cheated with Olivia, okay, then imagine who else he's cheated with. All right, so you're gonna stick around, keep getting cheated on, and keep taking care of somebody else's kids just because you don't want to give the ex-wife the satisfaction of knowing that she's the reason that the marriage has ended. That doesn't make any sense. Walk by Faith says, Black, I do not know how Nisha could tolerate Jerrod and Olivia because Olivia is trying to humiliate her in every way she can, and this is a little bit too much. Yes, Walk by Faith, I agree. And the thing is, obviously, Nisha is humiliated. She doesn't even want to show her face on Jerrod's Instagram. She's embarrassed, okay, because everybody knows that she is over there getting played for a motherfucking fool. She's taking care of kids. It's not hers, okay? She's sticking around, with this man. I understand that that's her husband, but at the same time, he cheated. He's not doing right by her. All right. And so obviously, what the things that Olivia is doing is working to some degree because she's obviously embarrassed enough to where as though she was fine before with being posted probably on his Instagram page. Now she doesn't want the people to see her like that. It is crazy. I think that everybody is foolish, y'all. I really do. I think that Jerrod is a fool. I think that Nisha is a fool. Okay. I think that Olivia is a fool. Everybody's retarded as far as I'm concerned. Hey, Kiana G. Let me see. I'm going to scroll down some. Latoya says, child, I just don't see any woman with intuition will let a 5-month sexapade go on. Now, did he bust down when he saw... Did he bust down? We saw the messages. But a 5-month sexapade, that's a bit much without pulling on him. I'm confused. Pulling up on him. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It is a bit much. Okay. It's just too much. The fact that she got this photo, where the hell is it at? I just can't. With this laying up in the bed. He was in there with the kids. Okay, you guys. This is just very much so embarrassing. I feel like, I guess, if Olivia's goal is to embarrass Nisha, she's doing it. This is embarrassing. But, you guys, I really just don't know what to say. Latoya said, it is not cute at all, and the people say they are tired, move on. Yes, I'm very much so tired. I'm not understanding what's the point of this. I mean, she wants the people to know that he's calling her. Girl, answer. What? Are you going to answer the phone or not? Like, what are you telling us for? What are we supposed to do about that? And what is your point? And if Jerrod is calling her, I'm confused. What is he trying to, what? He's trying to convince her to come down so he can smash? Like, what is actually happening? Everyday Life says, I don't think Nisha can handle another breakup again with this man. Why not? This will make it, listen, this would make it easy. Okay? This will make it easy. The fact that he went back and laid down with his ex-wife, who is a known, what's the word that I can use? A known hoe. Okay? She's clearly a known whore, all right? To be honest. I'm sorry. Olivia she said they started talking in January, but in February 14th, Valentine's Day, she was laid up with another man, okay? By March, she's laid up in the bed. We can see the date at the top here. By March, she's laid up in the bed with Jerrod. So he's going around, sleeping with her, not using protection. She's sleeping with other men, and then he's coming back and sleeping with Nisha. That will make it easy for me to leave, especially when I'm being dependent upon to take care of the children. Oh, I would just have to let them go ahead. I would have to let him figure that out by himself. Cole RS says she wanted to prove a point. Thought she won, but she lost and is forever losing. She doesn't care about those 3 kids at all. She mistreated and neglected those kids every time they came to visit. I agree with you. That part is true for sure. Everyday Life says, F him and forget those kids. Let him raise them with those other two fatherless babies. Exactly. That's exactly how I'll be feeling about it. I'm sorry. I understand that Nisha has built a bond with those children. Okay. Because she's been in their lives for a few years now. I get it. But at the same time, she's just being a doormat. I would not be able to be cheated on like that. And then the kids even saw it. The kids probably ain't even come back and say shit either. I'll be mad at everybody. Okay, it's the simple fact that he was over there with the kids, with Olivia, and then he came back with those kids, and everybody just smiled in Nisha's face. All right, and act like nothing happened. They all keeping secrets too because their father said so. Could you imagine? I would have to leave. I'm sorry. I would be too hurt. I'd be too hurt, too angry. I probably would have had to put hands on him. I'm sorry. It would have got out of control. I just don't understand how she's doing it. I don't understand it. And one thing about me, I'm quick to kick somebody out, okay? Somebody would have to go. Either it be me or him. I wouldn't be able to sit. I wouldn't be able to sit in that. I'm sorry. Walk by Faith says, let me go back up. Here comes the time when you have to have some dignity and some pride and know your worth, and that being married to that man after he spent the block with that nasty tuna fish, it's no way. Right. That's why she don't want to be on camera, because she knows what people really think. Hold on, y'all. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna read this. Marquetta says, "No, I believe Liv's goal is to get Nisha to leave. She already proven she can manipulate Jerrod, but the only thing holding her back from getting what she wants is his wife." Okay. Alexa says Nisha got to get tested ASAP. Exactly. The way I would have zoomed to the clinic ASAP. Okay. I need every single test that there is, because like I said, if Jerrod cheated with Liv, out of all the people that he could have chose to cheat with, imagine who else he was cheating with, unprotected, and then going to lay down with his wife. Okay, Olivia is nasty. Okay, and she's definitely behaved as, a hoe, because that's just what she does. But for him to expose his wife to that, the person who is taking care of his children, dropping them off, taking them to and from school, I'm quite sure doing homework with them too, cooking their meals, okay, keeping the house up, keeping the kids clean, tidy, all right, and presentable. She's doing all of the things that a wife is supposed to do, and he went out and cheated on her and exposed and could have potentially exposed her to Lord knows what. I mean, isn't the HIV rates sky high right now in Texas? Like, why would he even do that? And Liv was over there meeting niggas off the internet and sleeping with them. Like, and he laid down with her raw and went back to his wife. It's just disgusting. I'm sorry. I really just don't understand the purpose in all of this. I feel like Olivia has already embarrassed Nisha enough, you guys. That's the main thing that I wanted to talk about. She's already done it. All right. And I thought that she was on her positive healing journey. Okay. Moving past all of the negativity. But no, she's right back speaking about the situation as if it's something to be proud of. Just so that she can embarrass Jerrod, embarrass Nisha. For what? What is she mad at Nisha for now? I'm just confused. Black and Bougie said, "I'm sure Nisha loves Jerrod, but she also doesn't want Tuna to win. So that's why she's staying. Leaving will be accepting defeat in her mind." Well, listen. I would just have to be defeated. I'm sorry. Or at least walk away for a little while. You can't walk away for a little while. You can't make him sweat for a little while. The fact that she just remained in the house, he's going to continue to cheat on her because there is no consequence. She's going to stick by him just for the sake of saying that she has a husband. Absolutely not. I just don't get it. Mish says the only clear face pic of Jerrod is that FaceTime, and that's already been altered by Blama. The only clear Facebook of Jerrod is the FaceTime, and it's already been altered. So, Mish, are you saying that another reactor has proven that the photos are altered? Walk by Faith says, true fact, MGTV ain't no way. Right. Eye for an eye say he did Nisha so dirty. I hope she's getting her get back now, if not later. I mean, what's her get back? What is it? The worst has been done. What is she going to do? Cheat on Jerrod too? The only get back she could possibly do, for real, is to leave and allow him to handle his children and his life by his lonesome. Okay? She should leave him to deal with everything by his lonesome. Okay? And not be of any assistance at all whatsoever, because obviously he's not appreciative of everything she's done thus far if he's willing to go out and jeopardize their marriage in this way. What other way can she get her lick back other than to leave? But Latoya says Olivia is his preference. You know what? And I agree with that, Latoya. I do think that Olivia is definitely Jerrod's preference, but I don't know. Men could definitely be attracted to different types of women. Nisha, I think Nisha is a beautiful woman as well, and I don't think that. I know a lot of people get on here and talk about Olivia, but I don't think that she's an unattractive female. Okay, especially when she gets herself together. But I do think that maybe Jerrod is more so attracted to Olivia. But okay. Like, it's plenty of other light-skinned women out there. What the fuck? Why? My whole thing is, why did he have to go back to her? Out of all of them. Walk by Faith says, she is taking better care of those kids than the biological mother ever has. And this is how he repays her, by cheating with Olivia. Child, shaking my head. Right. And that's the thing. All of the things that Nisha is doing with the children, they were not able to do when they were with Olivia. These lovely family outings that they're having, going, different places, experiencing new things, the kids being dressed and well kept all the time, hair done, everybody looking presentable. They're involved in sports, extracurricular activities, things like that. They're going to school, they're getting awards and things like that. Those things were not happening when they were in Olivia's care. So she is being a very good mother to those children. And the fact that he has a woman like that had his back, okay, and helped him get his children, all right, and that was holding him down. The fact that she did all that for that man, and he repaid her by having sex with his ex-wife, that just shows you how, it's really nothing you can do to stop a man from doing dumb shit. That's just what they do, unfortunately. Now, I'm not saying that all men are cheaters, but, in a lot of cases, there's a lot of women who give their all to these men just to wind up being embarrassed. And it's unfortunate that Nisha is in this situation. But at the same time, Nisha knew what it was when she signed up. Okay? She knew what it was when she signed up for this. Okay? When she got with him, he was already in a messy situation with Olivia. She chose a man that had a baby mama with 3 children, okay? He cheating on her, she cheating on him, all right? He was dealing with Nisha, left Nisha, went back to marry Olivia, all right? It didn't work out with Olivia. He left Olivia, and he went back to Nisha, and she signed up for this. If it was toxic like that back then, what makes you think that it's not a possibility that he wouldn't want to be involved with that again? To be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you. If I was a woman, a single woman with no children, all right. Apparently, the people said Nisha had a great career and everything going for herself. She was living life, all right. If I had all those things going for myself, I would not pick the man with all this drama and bullshit attached to him. But she did, and she signed up for it. She did. Let me scroll down some because I have not been keeping up with the chat like that. Let me see. Walk by Faith said, I will let her win. I will get on the internet and say, you can come get Jerrod and your kids because I am done. She would never do that. She ain't gonna do that. But that's what I would do too. I wouldn't even come on the internet. I would just disappear. This is not my life. I would just leave. Coming on the internet does nothing but give Olivia the satisfaction of Nisha admitting that she's been defeated, to the people on the internet. I would not do that, but I would just leave. Okay. Even if I wanted to stay, I would just leave and make the point to Jerrod that I will leave. Okay. Because her staying there, she's not doing herself any favors, not leaving at all. Even if you know you're going to go the fuck back, you still got to leave and make them sweat for at least a month. Okay. 2 weeks. You got to leave. Nisha didn't leave at all. That's what's crazy to me. Cole RS said, if Liv wasn't lying about the affair, she's definitely lying now because her views were down. Wasn't the purpose of going to Florida was to get her life right? No, she's right back bashing up. I agree. Everyday Life says, hey, get back would be sending back to preference to get back bigger, broke, and the police constantly being called. Banana Muffin says, but none of the pics with her up on him have a clear pic of him. Okay. I mean, I see a black man, a black chocolate man with a beard. I'm just gonna assume that it's Jerrod. Chris says they have been photoshopped. The last pic was a Snapchat filter. What? Now, how y'all figure that out? See, I don't know what's going on. A piece of my opinion says she saw how happy the family was over the weekend. Now she wants attention. Attention 304. I agree. I think that may have had something to do with it, but her saying that, I'm quite sure Jerrod was not calling her while he was on that little family vacation that they had this past weekend celebrating his daughter's birthday. What the hell would he be calling Olivia for? What would be the purpose in that? So why would she be upset about the fact that they're out enjoying their daughter's birthday when she chose to leave? She could have had her weekend to celebrate with the children. She didn't want it. She left and went to Florida. So what's the purpose of being mad at them about that? I just don't get it. Everyday Life says, in the family outing as her damn family is her damn family, not even his. All of them should whoop his ass and hers for staying in this mess. I agree with you. Black and Bougie said, yeah, he's highly attracted to Tuna, but he most likely likes how driven, nurturing, and kind Nisha is. He's a co-artist, so Tuna looks better to him, but Nisha is better and he knows it. Right. There's definitely a clear difference. Olivia might like the way Olivia looks physically, and he might also love the intercourse. But as far as, having a partner that you can actually build with and have a stable foundation, having a woman who's going to keep the house in order while he goes out and makes the money, if that's the kind of family that he wants to have, he knows that he's not going to be able to have that with Olivia. So Nisha is the more responsible choice. Although and she's still beautiful. She's still an attractive woman as well, on top of that. But I do believe that his preference is probably Olivia, and Olivia has more sex appeal than Nisha. So I agree with that. Patty G says, men don't appreciate Ish, which is why I don't give them the time of day. Child, listen. Listen, if you know, you know. You just can't. It's sad that Nisha put all of her eggs in this basket with Jerrod, because these men, it is some good men out here, but I'm saying the majority of them, especially in this day and age, they don't appreciate or value any woman. Okay, they don't. A lot of women out here is very proud to be married and in relationships, and they're also like just getting played, and it's unfortunate. It's sad. A piece of my opinion said, Liv want post with her child for her birthday, but post bullshit about their father. Exactly. What did she do? Like a little Instagram shout out for the baby, and that was it. It's a shame that you could at least go down there and try to spend time with them on the weekend. At least once a month? Can you get down there for that? I just don't understand. So she's literally never going to have any visitation with the kids. Like, that's not in the plans. She's not going to try to do that. But she wants to sit on the internet and continuously talk about their father. Like, that's crazy to me. Latoya says, absolutely, Nisha is gorgeous. Olivia looks like a recovering Oh my gosh. Banana Muffin says he may be sexually attracted to Liv, but he knows he's toxic. Let me scroll down, y'all. This is too much. Oh my gosh. Walk by Faith says, I am disgusted by Jerrod. If he knew he was not going to do right by Nisha, then why did you bother to marry her? Is it because you wanted a woman there to take care of your kids? Hmm. Well, Walk by Faith, I think that has something to do with it. He needed to lock her down. And also, Nisha probably put the pressure on him to marry her as well. Because I'm quite sure she was sitting there like, listen, I'm here taking care of you, your children. You know, I'm doing everything that a wife is supposed to do. You need to marry me. Shit, you married that lady and she wasn't doing half of what I do. Okay? So I believe it has something to do with that. And also, I'm quite sure Nisha was putting the pressure on him as well. Latoya said, I'm going to assume that it's Chad. Who the hell is Chad? I can't keep up. Is Chad a man that she used to mess with or something? KW said, if a man wants you, he will be with you. And I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that too. But listen, I don't know. I will never understand men and why they do the things they do to women. Very good women. I don't understand. I'm not a man, so I'll never get it. But you know, one thing about it, I don't put shit past nobody. Okay, I don't put nothing past no man. All right, because I've seen some things and I've been through some things, and it's just not safe for nobody. Okay. Black and Bougie said, Walk, that's what I find so pathetic about him. Why come into her life to handle her so carelessly? Shame on him. Right. I mean, he came into her life, but she also, listen, at the end of the day, what we have to realize as women is we have a final say so. As women, we should be able to read the room. Okay, when Nisha got with Jerrod, she was clearly able to see what type of situation he was in. And she accepted that mess that came with him. So while we ask ourselves, why did Jerrod come into her life? We need to also ask, why did she accept him into hers, knowing everything that he had going on? Why was she willing to fight for that relationship and stick through all of that, knowing how toxic the situation was? Why did she want that for herself? Everyday Life says, this girl with her Caucasian mother sat around all day and called his black family all kinds of nasty names. With him going back shows you how disgusting and anti-black he is. That's a good point. Liv is the only one who looks stupid out of anybody, if you ask me. Afra and I believe that Olivia definitely does look stupid, because at the end of the day, the main focus should always be the children. Okay, and she's right back talking about Jerrod, which this whole time everybody has been saying shit I've been saying. This is all about Jerrod. This had nothing to do with the kids. This is about the simple fact that I feel like Olivia really just wants Jerrod back. She may hate the fact that he's a cheater. She might think he's disgusting because of that. But at the end of the day, it just seems to me like Liv wants her family back. And her feelings were hurt because he took the lady on vacation when he was promising her to take her ass on vacation and never took her nowhere. All she got was a wet ass and $160 out of the deal. So it's unfortunate, but she does look very, very stupid. Nisha also looks stupid because she put herself in a situation with this man. She knew that he came with all this bullshit, but she wanted to be his wife. She wanted to be the kid's stepmother. She wanted to play this role. Okay, and she accepted this role, thinking that if she did all of these things for this man, it was going to win his loyalty. Okay, and after all of this stuff that she has done for him, and after all of the ways that she has supported him, he went back and embarrassed her and slept with his ex-wife, knowing that the ex-wife would love to broadcast this all over the internet just to embarrass and spite her. Okay? So that's why she still stays. All right? And she's still holding down the fort, taking care of home and doing what she's supposed to do as a wife. Even though he didn't do what he was supposed to do as a husband and be loyal to her. Like I said, he could have cheated with anybody, but he chose Liv. Embarrassing. And Jerrod looks dumb as fuck as well, okay? Because Jerrod is aware that Olivia was cheating on him as well during their relationship. He knows that Olivia is not, okay, a good example of how a woman is supposed to carry themselves to those children. She's not, okay? She's not a good example at all. She was not really a great mother. Okay, she didn't do half the things that Nisha does now, right? He knows that about her. He knows that, and he jeopardized his relationship with a good woman to go and double back with his ex. So he's a dummy, And he knew that this shit was going to come out on the internet. So he didn't even care about embarrassing that lady. I feel like everybody is dumb. Nobody looks dumber than the other, if you ask me. I mean, well, that's not true. Okay, so Olivia looks slow. First, she's in first place. Second place goes to Nisha. Third place goes to Jerrod. And I say third place goes to Jerrod because Jerrod at the end of the day is the one that's winning, period. He don't look that damn dumb. He got to have his cake and eat it too. He got to have Nisha as the wife, okay? The homemaker. She's doing everything she's supposed to do over there. She's holding down the household. Then he got to go and dip in his ex-wife's guts. And he still get to go back home with Nisha and party and celebrate and be a big happy family like nothing happened. So he's obviously, he ain't that damn slow. Let me go down. I'm sitting here running my mouth. Hello. Landlord Living says, because they were together. Then she got a boyfriend and he got Olivia. When Nisha broke up with her boyfriend, Jerrod left Olivia. Okay. I mean, however you want to spit it, everybody's dumb as hell. Latoya says she does. Get your focus off them and put the kids first. Right. That's my thing. That it would just break my heart that I'm not down there with my baby for her birthday. That's what I would be worried about. I wouldn't be concerned with posting no shit about the affair or nothing about my ex. I wouldn't be doing that. That is irrelevant. KW said Nisha is a victim of Jerrod. Let's not act like we don't know men. Jerrod is playing them both. I agree. But at the same time, Nisha is not retarded. Okay. So Nisha knows what's going on. She has a choice. She's definitely, it's a shame what he's doing to her. But when are you going to stand up? When are you going to stand up and hold him accountable? Because it never looked to me like she held him accountable in any way. When all this shit came out, they was, having drinks with their friends like nothing's going on? What's really happening? What is really happening? Hold on, y'all. Hold on real quick. All right, I'm back. Let me see. Ebony Locke says, how does Liv have two more kids and still acting out? I don't know either. I don't understand it. You would think that Liv's hands would be full enough, okay, with everything that she has going on. But this lady just don't seem to get tired of the drama. She doesn't. Walk by Faith says, that's very true. She knew who Olivia was. She witnessed Olivia saying that he kidnapped the kids. And she was there with him when Olivia did it. She knew what she was going to have to deal with, right? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Along with the fact that Jerrod's cheating, Olivia's mouth and the things she gets on this internet and says, how disrespectful she is, and everything. I just would not be able to deal with it. I'm sorry. It would be too much. And she's been disrespecting Nisha like that on the internet for years, and he turned around and slept with her. Wow. Insanity. Like, it's way too much. Way too much for any woman to bear. It's too much. Latoya says she should have thought about her family then. Let me see. Hey, Mara. You said Tuna deserves this, however, Nisha doesn't. Okay. Hey, Pretzel Popper. Latoya says, it's a mess. My heart goes out to Nisha because Olivia was determined on a mission to get that woman back. She sure was. She sure was. Olivia wasn't playing no game. She said, F the kids, F everything. I just want the chocolate banana. That's all she wanted, okay? And she got it. She got that. She got the sit. Imagine that. She on here talking about how she sat on his face. He ate her butt. He did all this stuff that happened. Like, I just wouldn't be able to take it if I was Nisha. It's insane. Ebony Locke says, I don't understand Nisha at all. She doesn't have to go through any of this. Right. Everyday Life says, all that money and really spent in court just to go back. These folks are dumb, right? But you know what? Another thing I think is Jerrod he was never going to give Olivia anything. Okay, he's never going to take his foot off Olivia's neck. Okay, right now he has the upper hand. At one point in time, Liv had the upper hand on Jerrod. Okay, she had the kids. She was giving him a hard way to go. She was getting the child support. She was controlling when he could and couldn't talk to the kids. All of that. She had men around the kids. Everything. She had her foot on Jerrod's neck. Okay, and now the tables have turned. Jerrod has the kids. Nisha's in the house. She's around the kids. All right. Olivia owes what, $50K in child support? Okay. Yes. He got his foot on her neck, and he was able to get her to lay on her back. Okay, for free. You know what? He gave her $160. That's damn near free. Okay. He was able. He's having his way, and so he was never. Olivia did all of that for nothing. She was never going to get anything more than a wet ass out of that man. It's a shame. Just like she thought she had her foot on his neck and she wasn't going to let up until the judge made her. It's the same thing that's going on with Jerrod. He got his foot on Olivia's neck and he's never taking it off. And he's having his cake and he's eating it too. And if he can cheat, if he can have his foot on his neck and still get the cheeks and still have his wife, he's going to do that. He's going to do it. Nobody's stopping him. Nobody's, putting their foot down. Nobody's leaving. Everybody's just accepting the bullshit that he's bringing. And that's what men do. A lot of men just get to have their cake and eat it too, because women, they be so invested. They put all this time in, they don't want to leave. It's sad. Let me go back up. Latoya said, after 5 years of Liv spinning her own narrative, the minute Nisha makes posts, oh, bitch, you ready to go? Single white female, bitch, please. Right. I agree with you, Latoya. KW said, how did Nisha do anything to Nisha? Nisha doesn't know Liv. And when they got together, Nisha and Jerrod were separated. Liv was with Brandon. I'm not sure what you mean by that, KW. Everyday Life says, my thing is she wants revenge on the side chick, but not on the one she married to. And she also disrespected her marriage by getting pregnant and having abortions. You know what? You are absolutely right about that. And you know what's unfortunate about a lot of these situations? For the most part, when it comes to a lot of these relationships, when a man goes out and cheat, you will typically see with a lot of women, it shouldn't be this way, but you will typically see with a lot of women that they will be more angry and violent towards the side bitch than they are with their actual man. It makes absolutely no sense. So I agree with you I agree with you on that, Everyday Life with Taboo. I don't understand why Olivia is so hateful towards Nisha, but she was willing to lay on her back for Jerrod. It makes no sense. I would be pissed off with everybody. Teresa says, and the fact that all of this is all over the internet because Liv is an influencer makes it even worse. He knew she was going to do this once things went left, and he still was willing to do it. I agree. That just lets you know that he doesn't care. Okay, because at the end of the day, Jerrod knows that Nisha's not leaving. He knows that. He knows. He's already, all this time, he probably been cheating on that lady. So he probably already knew that if he doubled back with Olivia, as long as Nisha has that ring, she's not going to go nowhere. Because that's probably all Nisha really wanted anyway, was a family. So Teresa said, facts, her mouth alone, I could not do it, period, and add the cheating on top of it, right? Like I said, Nisha is a strong woman because I wouldn't be able to take it. I can't, it's too much. It's too much. Ebony Locke says, after he married Liv, I would have been done. Nisha probably could have been happier with someone else. She could have been. She definitely could have been. Maybe she could have found herself a man that doesn't have any children. She would have been better off doing that. Because unfortunately, it's a lot of men. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, it's just a lot. It's too much. Jerrod and Liv deserve each other. I'd let them have it. Right. Right. Let me go down. Regina Jackson says this is thought she could win the race. Jerrod left her in the first 10 minutes of the race. It was never about the kids. Liv will always live on her chaos. That's why she continues to lose. I agree. I mean, like I said, if you really, my whole thing is, I don't really, this is not my life, so I really don't give a fuck. But I would hope that at some point Olivia gets herself together just for the sake of her own children, just to be able to make them proud, to give them something to look up to. All right. So I actually was hoping that she would remain on her positive journey, okay, and actually do something for herself. But this, I mean, this is just not a good look. It's looking like it's not going to happen. It's looking like Olivia, got stressed because the views were down and money was low and she wanted to make a move or something. Like it's just not giving what it's supposed to give. I do feel like I'm not understanding. She keeps losing. Even with her exposing this, she's embarrassing. She's embarrassing Nisha for sure. But she's also embarrassing herself. Because what kind of woman are you to be continuously boast about this? Why are you proud about these actions? Would you advise your daughter to be behaving the same way? I could understand you moving like this when you're young, okay? Because I did a few things when I was younger too, okay? And I'm only 30, but I did some things just out of being immature, you know? You get in your feelings, you do dumb shit. But at this point, Olivia is in her mid-30s. She has nothing going on outside of YouTube. She's saying she's going back to school. Like what do you have going on? This is what you want to continue to talk about? And that's what makes her the loser in the situation. Because she has nothing going on right now. Outside of losing weight and possibly going back to school. I don't even know if she started that shit. It's just a shame. Let me scroll down. Nisha would Londa Love says Nisha would have enough to file for divorce alimony and get the house and walk away paid. B Rose said Liv is an actress. She enjoys all of the attention, good, bad, and ugly. I agree with you. She said, and you also said, but $160 tip for her trick. She said, right. That's what I'm saying. Why couldn't you get 250? Why couldn't you get 250? Why couldn't you get a quick 500? Why couldn't you get the car fixed? Why? I mean, 160, girl, and that was for the food, right? That was for the groceries because she said she ain't had nothing to eat for the kids, so you gave her the 160. It's just embarrassing. And for all that, I wouldn't even mention the money. If anything, you're gonna lie about, but you could have lied and said you got more than that because that is not enough. It's just not enough. I'm sorry. Sweet Sassafras says no one cares about the kids, and that's the unfortunate part. I'm not going to say nobody cares about the kids. Okay, I think that Nisha cares about the kids, and I think Jerrod cares about the kids as well. I think Liv doesn't care about the kids. All right, that's what I think. Latoya says, at the end of the day, I wish Raquel would slap the ish out of her, tell her to let it go, focus on you and the two kids you do have, or go see a damn psychiatrist. The people say they are done. Right. Somebody needs to do something because it's clear Olivia's not going to be able to stay the course on the healing journey by her lonesome. Okay. She needs some assistance. She needs somebody that's going to be able to reel her ass back in. That's what she needs. Because she just all over the damn place. 1 minute we're positive, the next minute we're negative. Positive, negative, positive, negative. Okay? No matter what, she always winds up reverting back to the negativity. And at the end of the day, she's posting all this shit on her community tab about the fact that Jerrod is calling her. Him calling her is not anything. I mean, what? He called you, so you posted these photos. I think Olivia just wants to continue to talk about it. That's what I think it is. Everyday Life said when she bragged about the Costco card, I got tickled. Girl, you're slutted out for $50. Woo, child. Not $50. Hello. Landlord Liver says, Nisha, girl, if you're watching, you're beautiful. Leave him. January St. James says, I need someone to explain the appeal of Jerrod. He barely speaks English. I mean, I don't know, girl. I get it for Liv. Sometimes with women, that's her baby daddy. So, you know. And Nisha, I don't know. Jerrod seems like the type of guy, right? Where you don't necessarily fall in love with his looks, okay? It's not about the looks. I think that Jerrod's probably funny. He probably has a good personality or whatever the case may be. The fact that he's a provider is also an added bonus. So I think that that's what the girls are tripping over, okay? I don't. Outside of that, I really can't think of what the appeal might be of Jerrod. I'm not understanding either. Black and Bougie says, not gonna lie, I would have fucked him to lower / drop child support, but she didn't even have the decency to do that. Right. I mean, Black and Bougie. I think that was like her whole goal to get. Well, not her whole goal. Obviously, it wasn't the whole goal, but I think she probably was talking to him about that. Jerrod was never going to take her off child support because he wants to continue to have his foot on her neck. That was never going to happen. I mean, if that was the deal, if that's how he presented it to me, and if I knew for sure that that's if he was going to take it off, I would have did it too. I'm not even going with you. I mean, listen, it's her baby daddy. She didn't already caught that body. It's not like it's a whole new nigga. So what she got to lose? I just wanted to put this out there and made myself look like this on the internet. Okay, I wouldn't have did that. I wouldn't have did that. Melted Dark Chocolate says Jerrod received phone calls. He received phone calls from Jerrod, but yet can't even talk to her kids. Wasn't she blocked? She's such a liar. It's played out. So Melted Dark Chocolate, she's saying that Jerrod is calling her from block numbers. So she still doesn't have his new number. Okay. And she said something about not being able to talk to the kids. She has to talk to the kids on the app. This is my thing. That obviously can't be bothering her, even if he is calling her blocked. I mean, if you really don't want to talk to the man, then don't answer the block calls. As soon as you answer, you hear it's him, hang right the fuck up. Text the kids on the app. Keep it simple. Teresa said, I think that was a lie. No one's calling her. Liv, stop it. Yeah, I don't know if he's calling her too. I mean, especially not over the weekend. They just was out living it up with the kids, okay? I don't think that he was worried about her during that time. I'm going to read a couple more of y'all's comments, then I'm going to have to get up off of here and get ready for bed, okay? Pretzel Papa says, Liv is going to have a nervous breakdown because the more she tries to break them up, the madder Liv gets when Nisha stays. Yeah, Liv going to stay mad because Nisha's not going anywhere. She's not. Liv said he eats her coochie good, so that's probably what the bill is. Oh, well, I guess that counts. That's important, Mira. So I don't know. Woo Huddy said he's probably charismatic. I agree. I mean, listen, it doesn't necessarily always have to be about a guy's looks, because I'm going to be honest, I didn't talk to some guys that was not the cutest, okay, but they had good personality. They was funny, they wasn't, like fucked up ugly, like real bad, but they wasn't the cutest, but it was things about them that I liked. So, it's, somebody for everybody. They obviously found something in him that was good enough. Mira just said something about how she said Jerrod eats the box good. I mean, so all of that is an added plus. Maybe that's what it is. Who knows? I don't give a damn. The bottom line is I would not be having any words or any desire to lay on my back for him after he took my kids from me. No, absolutely not. Nope, not going to happen. No way. Black and Bougie said, yeah, he's not gorgeous, but he ain't ugly. He looked like he smelled good. Yes, he looked like he smelled like shea butter or something. I don't think Jerrod's ugly. Is he? But do I think he's the most attractive nigga? No. But it's something about him. He seemed like he might be funny. He might have a cool personality, Patsy Foster says she's saying this lie that he's calling her because Nisha showed the kids for Ryan's birthday. I don't believe her one bit. Her content is so boring, so she's making stuff up. Okay, Patsy. Woo Honey said Jerrod is probably trying to do damage control. How can he control the damage? The damage has been done. How can he control it at this point? Fake as Fuck says she knew what it was when she got with him. Clearly she don't give a damn about him effing on other women. Or maybe she don't. As long as she got that ring and she got the man and she's in the house with him and the kids, maybe that's all that matters to her. I don't know the lady. I don't give a damn. It's embarrassing. I wouldn't be able to put up with it long term. No. I couldn't be Nisha. I'm sorry. I couldn't be Liv either. Teresa said that part, like, sis got nothing good out the deal. He would have been giving me back my kids and taking me off child support if I'm going to be open my legs again. Exactly. And he would have had to do that before. And I would have listened. I would have gave him exactly what he was asking for after. But Olivia, she got played 160. I would have kept that shit to myself. I mean, you could have lied. I would have lied about that. I would have said I got more. I would have said I got more. It ain't no way. KW said he eats Nisha as well, and that's the problem. He's eating everybody's box, okay, and kissing everybody in the mouth. Imagine that. He just had his face and Liv's ass. He goes and kisses Nisha. He does what he does with Nisha, okay? Smashes his wife raw, then goes back to Olivia for her to clean him off. It's just disgusting. That's what they dealing with. Pretzel Papa says, Liv is a vile human being to speak like that. I know her kids might see this, right? And that's the unfortunate part. Like I said, even if she did do it, it wasn't wise to come on this internet and brag about it like it's cute. Because at the end of the day, we don't know who's watching. The kids could be watching. Their teachers could be watching. Shit, their whole families is watching. And I just wouldn't want to present myself to the world like that. I just wouldn't do it. I'm sorry. Like I said, if the intention was to hurt Nisha, she could have just sent that shit directly to her. But to come on the internet and broadcast it like this and to continue to broadcast it, it's just not a good look. I mean, it makes her look obsessed, if anything. But that's just my opinion on that. Let me go ahead and scroll all the way down. I'm going to read Fake as Fuck and Black and Bougie, and then I'm going to have to get up off of here. Okay, so Fake as Fuck said, not my type by a long shot, and definitely his character, I could never. And I'm damn sure ain't taking care of your kids, right? I can't take care of nobody's kids but my own. I'm sorry. Black and Bougie said, I think Nisha felt like if she showed him how good life could be without Tuna, he'd repay her with loyalty. Poor thing. And that's what a lot of women do. You think that you could love a man so much that they just love you back the same way, and it just doesn't work out. It just never works out that way, unfortunately. Mira says so nasty, all the coochie germs. Everybody had BV and a yeast infection after this whole ordeal. I'm sure of it. Okay. Everybody needed some boric acid suppositories, okay? They needed a trip to the clinic, too, in testing, period. That's what they needed. Woo. This was a good convo, y'all. Oh, my gosh. I enjoyed that break, but I'm glad to be back. Y'all, it's hilarious. Black and Bougie said, Tuna act like she's not ingesting Nisha's residuals as well. Everybody just swapping fluids. Oh, Miss Brenda said, please read my post. What did you say? Let me scroll up. Check his shades is different than the pic of Liv. Let me look at this. Okay, I don't see the phone. Well, you know what? Looking for the phone. Trying to zoom in. You might have a point there. I got to look at that off of here. I gotta look into that, Miss. You know what? I'm not even gonna look into it, Miss Brenda. To be honest, I don't. If she's fabricating this shit, somebody's gonna figure it out. They're gonna put it out there. But right now, I believe that the affair happened, and that's just what it is. That's just my opinion. One more time, I'm gonna just read Everyday Life because that's my member. Okay, Nisha said Nisha thought she could love the trauma out of him and the kids, and he brought nothing but mess and drama into her life. Yes, that's exactly what happened. It's a shame, and that is the story of a lot of women when it comes to loving these men. No amount of love and care that you give to somebody can make them do right by you if that's truly not in their spirit to do so. You're just going to drain yourself, pouring so much into them that you're depleted, and that's what's going to happen to Nisha at the end of the day. All right, you guys, but this pretty much concludes. This is the end of this conversation. Okay, I feel like I've been on here for a while. I got to go get myself together. I want to say thank you to everyone who sat through this live with me, okay, and had this conversation with me. You guys are so funny. Before we go, I'm going to ask you to please comment your thoughts down below if you have not done so already. Also, hit the like button for me too, and also hit the subscribe button if you have not already done so. And until next time, all right? I will see y'all later. Okay. Good night. Bye bye.